I have a new thing I'm gonna do on Fridays. And so, oops, let me do this first. Because I get confused when I got to do too many things at one time. I was gonna make a joke, but then somebody would get mad and call and complain. But anyway, I digress. Here's the deal. Today, and from this point forward, every Friday is what I like to call Pop Off Friday. Now, I thought about doing this. Things that are happening in the world today are happening at an alarming rate. Things that are happening today are happening where I wonder what will be the long-term impact on America. What will be the long-term impact on what we do, how we live, how we breathe, how we act, right? So as I took a look at this, it dawned on me. So I don't know if you heard the news the other day, but the Prime Minister of England resigned after 44 days in office. That's like a record ever. Like that's the shortest time a person has been Prime Minister of England ever. But you ask, why should we care? Well, inflation is hitting America to the point where it's impacting people all over the world, right? They're having inflation protests in France, in Paris, like once a week. Like they are so fed up with the high cost of everything that they're complaining. Now, if I'm not mistaken, France is a socialist country? I don't know. And then we still got the war in Ukraine. You still got China saying they're going to invade Taiwan by the end of the year, which means, like I talked about before, 70% of your semiconductors that basically run everything in the world electronically, all your chips are made in Taiwan. And now China wants to take over. But don't fret. Iran just sold anti-drone technology to Russia. So if the Ukraine tries to use drones for surveillance, to bomb, to do any of those types of things, well, they can just push a button and basically everything electronic will end. Sort of like a EMP, like electromagnetic pulse. Where they go, America goes. If it's affecting them there, it will eventually affect us here. How soon will it be when our surveillance drones and our surveillance satellites start dropping out the sky? How long will it be until China owns all of the chips in the world and we have to pay an exorbitant amount or else we can't update anything that we own? How long will it be until inflation protests start to break out across America because the price of everything continues to go up? And God forbid if anything happens to President Biden and there's pushback to Kamala Harris, where will America be? And so I thought about all that deep stuff, but then it hit me. The real pop-off is between Goody Gourmet and Garrett's popcorn. Now, I'm just saying, when I thought about it, it made me think about popcorn, and then I thought about Garrett's because I'm from Chicago. But then the other day, a certain salesperson who shall remain nameless but goes by the name of Danielle brought some Goody Gourmet into and so that kind of messed me up, right? So I today, on behalf of my Pop Off Friday, invite you to call 833-212-1017. Which one is better? Garrett's Popcorn or Milwaukee's own Goody Gourmet? 833-212-1017 is the number, because all I want you to do is to think about it. Is it Garrett's, where every time you fly to Chicago, you got to make sure you go through United, so you can go to Garrett's Popcorn to get some popcorn? Like, that's a real pitiful reason to use a certain airline, but hey, whatever works. Or you drive up around Brown Deer, drive to the east side, wherever you can do, wherever you can find it, and get you some Goody Gourmet popcorn. Because I'm going to tell you something. Goody Gourmet popcorn ruined me. You know why? Because I tasted some cheddar popcorn, and I thought I had actually died and went to heaven, but I was still able to eat popcorn. I don't think you could do that in heaven. So I'm just saying. I want 5 people to call, 833-212-1017. It's 5 people, so it's an odd number, and I'm going to take your call, and whoever has the majority wins. Because today, believe it or not, if you're one of those callers, you get to pop off.
That is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, to celebrate the release of Marvel's Black